Alright. So as you can see, one of the things we did with the Armored Edition, now we have a map, interactive map on the touchscreen of the gamepad, real time. So you don't have to pause the game or stop the action to have access to information, useful information on the map. Everything now is accessible at your fingertips. You can use the new sonar mode, you can upgrade your gadgets, you can look at help screen real time everywhere in the computer. And since this is the real bad computer you have in your hands, you're not stuck in the menu, you just have to move and you're back into the action.
That's awesome. So when you were working on this, I mean, what was the inspiration for adding on to this title? Because obviously, you've got the established title that you're building on. What did you take to build onto it?
First thing we did is that when we saw the gamepad the first time, we thought, okay, we need to bring those features to the game, but we need something more than just a gadget. Well, gadget. Batman is all about gadgets. So we thought, this can be the bad computer. And then we thought about it and we designed the game around that interaction. And you see Batman now has his bad computer on his forearm. When you act here, Batman will do so on the screen. Every time you touch the screen, Batman will access his bad computer in the game. So everything you have there is meant to revolve around the bad computer. Even the sound of the game. When you play, you have sound coming from the TV, ambient sound, tugs far away. But every time you have a communication through radio, interlink, it's coming from your bad computer. So the sound is coming from here. And first time we did a lot of focus groups and user tests, and people, first time they heard the sound and go, wow, it's very visceral, it's something you feel, and you have to play it to understand, but it's a layer more of immersion we add to the game that kinds of get you in a sense that just visual won't do.
Right. Was there a point in developing that you had to take into consideration any limitations for this system, or did it all just kind of fit the way you hoped?
Well, we had to do a lot of iterations because this is a new system. We don't know how to design around this system. Technically, it was we were developing at the same time as Nintendo was developing the console as well. So we had to adjust, adapt, and learn along the way. But the nice thing is the new features are so different. Like for example, having two screens. Okay, it's simple. You play something here and you play something there. We saw right away that didn't work. People were not sure where to look. Okay, it's not a DS. I don't have all the screens in the same field of view. So I have to lead the player to know when or where to use the other screen. That's something we learned. At the beginning we thought, okay, it was going to be easy, but with testing and testing we saw it's not working as we thought. So we iterated, changed, and improved up until to the point where we think now we have a good balance.
Cool. What do you think is your favorite feature amongst all the things you build into this?
It's a bad computer itself. The map for me is very convenient because I like to get all the Riddler's trophies and get all the information and know where I'm going, basically. So now that I have that information real time, it's very cool. But there's several other additions. The fact that you have everything there, for me, since Batman is an action game, the fact that you don't pause and stop the action, I think it's important. It puts you in danger. You're Batman. Batman won't say to the thugs, well guys, wait a minute, I have to go through my inventory, this way. No, so the immersion is even better when you do that. Some people won't like it because they're used to conventional gameplay. That's okay, I understand that. But we wanted to push this. That's a decision, that's a design decision we took to try it at least. And that's something we feel bring more to the game.
Well, it's so now that this is launching and it's launched and everyone's getting into it, I think it uses the technology so well that people may not expect, going into what's going to happen. Yeah.
Like every new thing, it takes time. So that's one of the things we found with doing playtesting with the users. Since these are going to be the first experience a player has with the new console, we have to teach them about the new console as well. It's not like Xbox, okay, you're used to it, you know where the buttons are. This you don't know, you learn with the game. So we had to do an extra step to help the player there.
Was it cool being that first kind of title that takes so much?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's scary.
It's scary.
But it's fun. Because now you have a lot of new opportunities. You can do things you were not able to do before, and you're the first to do it. So that's fun.
Did you find that in making these things that you had ideas for other titles that you might create in the future for the Wii U? Yeah.
We learned a lot of things with that, and we're still learning, of course. It's brand new, so there's a lot of potential.
That's very cool. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.